Hey dudes, welcome back to the mothership. Today I want to give you guys a comparison between the Softail Street Bob exhausts, which is the 107 that's on my bike. I'm assuming the 114 won't be too different, and the Cobra El-Diablos that I just recently put on my bike. If you're interested in watching that install video, I'll have it in the card above. And as always, if you want to keep looking at this kind of content as it comes out, hit the subscription button, give me a comment, give me a like, that'd be great. But I'm sure you guys all ran into the same problem that I run into. When you're looking at exhausts online, it's kind of difficult to actually get a feel for what these things are going to look like, sound like, and really do to your bike performance-wise. Performance is pretty subjective for me to be able to actually show you unless I went and did a dyno, which I haven't. But I can definitely, guys, show you a sound comparison between the stock pipes and the El-Diablos. This is kind of a video I did on my Sportster last year. I did a comparison video between the Cobra Speedsters that I had on my bike and the stock exhaust, and it really received a lot of positive feedback from you guys. So I want to keep that going forward with this new exhaust. I chose this exhaust for a couple of reasons. One, I really liked the Cobras I had on my last bike. I thought that they provided a lot of performance gain, even with the 2-2. So the 2-1 I figured would be even better. I like the sound of them. They're not as overly loud as some other exhausts out there, but they do have a really nice deep low rumble to them, and in reality they just look sweet. I really like the blacked out look on them. They're not over the top, they don't go straight up like some exhausts do. They're nice and flat. But you know what, enough of me rambling. Let's check out what the stock exhausts do. Let's do a quick ride around and see how they sound. So with this stock exhaust, you can see that at idle we're about 72 decibels, and revving it, I think we got up to about 97. It's definitely not a loud exhaust by any means. It's not super quiet, but it's really not that loud at all, and it doesn't really sound good. It's got, you're definitely hearing more of that whiny sound coming off your motor. It's not low, it's just not great. I think it's just the EPA regulations on these bikes. They can't really do much with them. So this stock exhaust, I think even sounds worse than my 883, to be honest. But you know what, that's not what we came here for. We came to do a comparison between the stock and the El-Diablo. So let's throw the El-Diablos on and let's see how those sound. All right, awesome dudes. So as you can see, we idle on these new Cobra El-Diablos at about 80 decibels, and revving was usually in the 105 range, and I definitely bumped it up to about 113 to 118. So if we look at the stock, it was about 72 idle to 80 idle, and from about a max of almost 100 on the stock to a max of 118, all in neutral revving. These pipes are a lot louder. Now, they're not super loud, and that's what I really like about them. You know, some people have exhausts out there that are just, you know, painful after a while of riding. Your head starts to hurt, and they're just overly loud. These pipes are just loud enough that I know traffic around me knows I'm there, and more importantly, the sound profile is fantastic. You know, it's much lower, it's a better sound, it's a cooler sound. I'm really, really happy with these, significantly over the stock exhaust. Again, they are louder, you know, they're almost 120 decibels and you're revving. That's a lot more than almost 100, but they're not overly loud. So, you know, that's about it, guys. I can't tell you performance from a number perspective. I can tell you my bike definitely feels a lot more pep, I guess you could say. Horsepower numbers probably went up, torque numbers probably went up. I haven't done a dyno for me to show you that. Maybe they'll be in the future. If you guys like this kind of content, as always, that subscription button is fantastic and helps grow the channel. Comment below, what are your thoughts? Do you like this exhaust? Do you want to see me do a different exhaust? I do have access to Tony's TBR. I'd like to do a same kind of video on that and see what his numbers are. And you know, as always, guys, ride safe and enjoy some of this awesome weather.